First of all, I would like to thank the mercy of God, great virtues of holy teachers and masters, kindness of transmitters, lectures, temple hosts, and all of you to give me this opportunity to share the Holy Scriptures, the 10 exhortations of Huang Mu's home letter, a very, very special and occasion opportunity for all of us to gather together to study Huang Mu's home letter. We only have a few Huang Mu's scriptures in the last 30 years. So this is one of them. So we spent a lot of time to study that. So good to hear from Holy Mother to tell us all the wisdom words. Last time we talked about true nature is existed but formless. Our true nature. True nature is sometimes we call true nature, or we can call true self or Buddha nature. It's a different name, but just talk about the same thing. We do have a true nature in our body, but we also have a true nature outside of our body. True nature is everywhere, okay? So it's not just inside our body. But when we leave the world one day, our true nature need to come out from the gate of our first treasures, okay? So we need to come out from there. The true nature has to come out from there. Our soul, spirit had to come out from there. So, but true nature exists, but it's a formless. How do we know it exists? Because it exists, and then we can see, we can smell, we can listen, we can feel it. So it exists. However, we cannot, it's a formless. You cannot see it, okay? It's also bright, pure, bright, and beautiful, okay? It have our true nature has everything, okay? Has everything, okay? Then it's impure, neither impure or pure. So the true nature is emits the brightness of Buddha lights. So our Holy Mother keep reminding us, we need to constantly calm ourselves down, still our energy, and always introspect ourselves, always self-reflect ourselves. Let's look around the whole world today. Look around the country today, the USA today. We have a lot of issues there. You know why? We couldn't calm down. We couldn't control our emotion and tempers, okay? Or energies. So we lost the control for a short moment. Then we create all tragedies, all the disasters. It's everywhere now, okay? Yeah, like I'm in Texas, but look at Texas. There's one 18-year-old kid get a gun to shoot his grandma and shoot all the kids and teachers in the elementary schools, okay? 21 people died. And then his grandma just celebrated his birthday a couple of weeks before he shoot all the people's 18-year-old kids. So that's why. So Holy Mother wants us to calm down, okay? That's the problem we have today. People lost the control, lost the temper. They couldn't control themselves, okay? That's why we have all different problems in the world today, okay? So Holy Mother also, I want us to always self-reflect ourselves, introspect. Okay, look inside of ourselves, which area we can do better, which area we can improve, and be carefree, okay? We are pursuing all the material stuff in our life. We want fame, power, wealth, all other stuff, but we didn't know we cannot bring with us when we leave this world. One day we have to go. We have no choice. We could live 80 years old, 100 years old, but we still have to go. No matter we are rich or poor, doesn't matter. We have to go one day. But don't put too much attention on those material stuffs, because we only have the right to use it. We don't have the right to own it. You know why? Because once we leave this world, the houses, cars, all the material stuff will belong to somebody else. Okay, so don't put too much attention on those stuff. We need to concentrate on our true nature, our Buddha nature, so that our Buddha nature reveal to in charge in our life, in our daily life, every daily activities. We need to have Buddha nature to in charge. Okay, don't create more karma for ourselves. That's very important. Okay, so imitate or follow the Grand Patriarch's generous tolerance. So we need to follow. We need to learn from Grand Patriarch. Grand Patriarch is, you know, the matriarch. The Buddha has a big belly, okay, and he is so generous, tolerant for all the human beings, okay, and always smile. You can see that, okay. The other thing we also have to learn from our holy teacher, Enlightened holy teacher's mercy, you know, holy teacher, and universal love. He's trying to find out all the sentient beings who has affinity with the Buddha, with God, and with him to receive Dao, to cultivate and propagate with all of us. So that's because his mercy and love. So we are very lucky to know our teacher and also to receive Dao from him. When we receive Dao, it's not transmitter open our gate. Our holy teacher by the transmitter's hand to open the gate of false treasures. Okay? Yeah. The gate is open the gate is very important. So once the gate is open, there's a small light coming out there from our false treasures. Okay? That's the location of false treasures. That's a channel for our true nature, spirit to come out when we leave this world. Okay? Okay. Our true nature doesn't reside there. It's only the channel to go through there. Okay, so we know that. I remember old days, we always think about our spirits or true nature stay in their location. No, it's not. It's just the channel to go through. We also need to simulate our Shi Mu 18 matriarchs virtues without showing. That's so important here. Our 18 patriarch has a lot of virtues, but the key here is without showing. She always, on the back of our 18 patriarch, Si Jun, then do not even try to show up and just try to keep doing her stuff, okay? So Holy Mother give this advice to all of us. Okay? Learn from the Grand Patriarch's generous, forgiving, and also holy teachers' mercy and love, and Shi Mu's virtues without showing. We should have to do all this stuff. Okay. So then Holy Mother said, you are birthless mother. Why call birthless? Because there is no birth for our Holy Mother. She always there. Okay. Rotate the pin, write in every heartfelt message to us. This simple home letter is a gift to my children. Very, very, very special. Okay. We don't have too many home letters from our Holy Mothers. So we are very lucky to study this one. This is the one in Holy Mother wrote it in our temple, okay? In our Hawaii, Tongyi, Yifo Gong temple, okay? So this is the only one I have saw it last 30 years in our temple. So they do have other scriptures, but from Holy Mother, but only a few of them. Okay, we are very fortunate to see one of them here, especially in our temple. There are 10 exhortations. This is the first one. The first exhortation to my children is pass down this generational Dao lineage. Do not allow your ambition to change. So Holy Mother tried to tell us, pass down this Dao lineage to the next generation. Okay, hopefully, Dao lineage has been there for thousands of years. However, at this moment, Dao is widely spread to all these human beings at this moment, and all different type of sentient beings today. But only this moment. If we were born more than 100+ years ago, we will not receive Dao. At that time, only one master can receive Dao, or one patriarch can receive Dao at the moment of matriarch to receive Dao. But this moment, we all can receive Dao. If we are good people, we have good merits and virtues, we can receive Dao. But we don't know how long this Dao can be available for all the sentient beings. Sentient beings means human beings and animals. Okay, we don't know how long this is going to be for all the sentient beings. Okay, so we need to cherish the moment to bring our loved one, like family members, children, parents, relatives, colleagues, whoever have an affinity with Buddhas to receive Dao, to cultivate and propagate Dao with all of us together, so we can go back all together. Yeah. But how? I'm a mechanical engineer. We only talk about evidence when I receive Dao. So they told us, when we receive Dao, how do we prove it? How do we prove it? So very simple evidence. When the person who received Dao, by the time the person had to leave this world, had to go back to heaven, you can see the person received Dao, the body always flexible. It's not rigid. Okay, body always, and we can look at the person's face, always very peaceful, like sleeping. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing, we also can bring those family members or relatives to come back to new union with all of us. So that's also different kind of evidence to prove where they are, where they go. We always, in the common world today, people say they go back to heaven. How do we prove it? How do we prove it? So I saw the scriptures. Even I remember more than 10 years ago, we had 29 members to new union with the parents or relatives or their grandparents in our Happy Buddha temple. So some of our parents, fathers, or maybe relatives, they came, even told us where they are today, what kind of position they are, okay, what they are doing there. So we know, we can prove it. Once we receive Dao, we do good things, we know where they go. The other important things, once we receive Dao, we cultivate, propagate, to accumulate enough merits, credit, and virtues. Why? Then our ancestors will benefit from it. Our ancestors will benefit from it. Okay, like our senior gene transmitters. His father did not receive Dao. His father did not receive Dao. Our senior gene transmitter, his father did not receive Dao. However, he upled his father, and we find out his father even becomes saints in the heaven. So that he had a reunion with his father. Our senior gene transmitter has reunion with his father 30 years ago, and also reunion with him over 10 years ago. You can see that his father are in different positions, because our senior transmitter is leading our temple, and also he has 3 children are cultivated in the temples. So they accumulate enough merits and virtues to push our gene transmitters farther up, become a saint today. So you can see where they are. So kids cultivation also help their ancestors too. So that's very important to bring our children to the temple to learn about Dao, for them to receive Dao, to study, know about Dao. Very, very important and critical. Not just we are receiving Dao, we cultivate and propagate Dao. Our children, our grandchildren are very important for them to do that too, because it's going to affect all the ancestors of them. Love each other, be kind, respect the seniors, and guide the juniors, be honorable, be honorable. So Holy Mother wants us to love each other, be kind. So we need to love each other. Look at the world today. Look at the war, the war at between Russia and Ukraine. How many people got killed, got injured? Okay, and then we only see people got injured, but we forgot all the animals underneath. All the animals got killed, got injured too. So how much karma has been created by all these leaders of the world? How many karma have they created by those leaders? That's scary. If they know the karma they have created, they wouldn't do that. Okay, so all the leaders, all those leaders create a lot of karma by themselves. That's what happened. So the Holy Mother wants us to love each other, be kind, and also respect the senior and guide the junior. Senior means the people who receive the Tao before us, or they have more virtues than us, than ours, virtues, or they are older than all of us. Okay, so they are all senior. We need to guide the junior. Whoever come after us or want to learn together with us, we need to guide them. We need to help them. Okay, when they come to the temple, we have to make sure they feel comfortable. We need to put our sincerity to help them, to treat them, to take care of them. Be honorable, be a noble person for ourselves. Okay, so Holy Mother wants us to do that. So we are the Buddha reborn. Don't forget one thing. Always remind ourselves every day. Every day. Holy Teacher and all the saints of Buddha taught us every day. Always remind ourselves we are the saints of Buddha reborn in this world. No accident. We are the Buddha or saints reborn in this world. So we need to think ourselves as a Buddha all the time. All the time. We need to do that what Buddha is doing every day. Okay? I lead my children as we arrive to the mundane world on the lunar 15th days of March. So, and this is a Mother Nature Day of Spring Opposites to meet my children. So March 15th is Mother Nature Day of the Spring Opposites. And then summer is Mother Nature Day is June 15th. Then four opposite. The Mother Nature Day of the four opposites is September 15th. And next one is the winter's opposite. The Mother Nature Day of winter opposites is November 15th. It's not December 15th. So that's a little different. So every 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, and 2 months. Okay. So only 4 days a year we celebrate for Mother's Nature Day. Very special. So each temple we have a special ceremony for the Mother Nature Day. Okay. So this is happened in the Tongyi Yihuo Temple. Holy Mother came down to talk to all of us. There are a couple of ways Holy Mother or saints and Buddha can come to talk to all of us. There are a couple of ways. One way is the Holy Mother and saints and Buddha can write the words on sand box to send us a message or wisdom words. The other one is the Buddha or saints or immortals can come down directly, talk to all of us, face to face. Okay, but go now with direct talk to us only once a year will be in New York, Happy Buddha Temple. When we have a staff member class, we are allowed to have once a year to have a channel media from Taiwan. Then saints and Buddhas can follow her body is a channel medias, and then to talk to all of us, medium to talk to all of us, only once a year. But it's not happening now because of pandemic issues. Hopefully down the road, hopefully next year, the pandemic will be over, or maybe much better situation. We will have a channel medium come over next year. So we'll see what happens next year, okay? I rotate the golden pins, writing on the same box. So that's why Holy Mother is writing on same box, okay? She wrote it on same box. But usually, Holy Mother or Saint or Buddhas, they wrote it 90%, 90 degrees to the person who will read the words. So and then the eyes are closed. The eyes are closed when they wrote all the words, okay? All those, you can see the words in the bottom here. So they are right. Chinese word, usually we have to write for ourselves to read it. But when Holy Mother or Saints or Buddhas came down to write it, they wrote 90, they're writing 90 degrees, okay? The words writing 90 degrees. Can you imagine that? Writing 90 degrees for the other Buddha to read it, okay? So very, very special, okay? Down the road, I hope you can witness there. You can see that. Okay, what happened there? Their eyes are closed when they write those scriptures. Yeah. I give you all my half-filled words, my filial children. Do you remember me? Your birthless mother. So our Holy Mother is kind of very, very sad in this case. You know why? I give you all my half-filled words. She tried to give us all the wisdom words, okay? And then she called us filial children. So and then she asked us, do you remember me, our Holy Mother? You are birthless mother. See, sometimes we only know that before we receive Dao, we only know we are the parents in this world. They give us bodies, but we didn't know there's a spiritual mother who give us the spirits. Okay, we forgot our body only consists of physical body and also spirits too. Okay, so our birthless mother give us spirits. Okay, we are all sons and children. We are all children of Holy Mother, the God, all of us. So that's why when Buddha came over, Buddha treat us equally because Buddha are also the children of the spiritual mother, Holy Mother. So we are all in one. We are no difference. The true self of our true self is the same true self of all the Buddhas and saints. No difference. We are all in one, okay? Don't see the difference. Human being, we see people old and young, male, female. We all see difference. But Buddha see us, they only see us as Buddhas, no different from each other. So that's a big difference. When we treat people, we can treat everybody else like a Buddha every day. When we do something, we say something, we have to show the respect, okay? It's very important. Look at the left. Look to the left and right to see my children. So Holy Mothers, because all those people who are in the temple to listen to this scripture, they all kneel down. They are not stand up in the temple, kneel down for a few hours. Very, very special opportunity for them to hear what Holy Mother to give us the wisdom words. You have experienced every possible severe physical or mental sufferings since we parted 60,000 years ago. You know what? We have been reincarnating 60,000 years. I didn't even know that before they told us, before all the saints and Buddha and the Holy Mother told us. We have been reincarnating 60,000 years. We don't know how to go back. We don't know how to go back until we receive Dao, we cultivate, we propagate Dao. We accumulate enough merits, credit, and virtues, then we want to go back. But before that, we don't know how to go back. So we could. That's why Buddha always said that we stuck in this bitter seed. Why do they call this is a bitter seed? Because it's a birth, death, and rebirth, reincarnation. Okay, we couldn't get out from this cycle. So Holy Mother said that we have experienced every possible severe physical, even mental suffering, hardship, all kinds of challenges. Okay, we could be animals in previous lives, many lives ago. In these 60,000 years, we are not always human beings. We are not always. Okay, could be something else. Okay, so we got to tell ourselves, we got to go back at this moment. So in this lifetime, if we have received Dao, we are willing to cultivate and propagate Dao and do good things to help sentient beings, accumulate enough merits. We could go back at this lifetime, okay? And we can prove to them. When we go back where we are, what kind of position we are, we can prove that. We have evidence to show that. So that's a very, very special evidence, okay? Not just say, okay, we go back to heaven. Nobody knows where they are, who they are, where they are, okay? No. In Tao, we can prove where they go, what's position, all the information. We can bring them to the union to all of us. But this only happens once a while. To the union with our parents, ancestors, only happen maybe once every 20, 30 years. Okay, not all happen all the time. So we need a lot of merits to do that. Okay, so hopefully we accumulate enough merits and virtues. In the future, we will have different kind of reunion in the futures. Okay, very, very fortunate and lucky for all of us. Okay. Last time we had 29 members have the reunion with their parents and ancestors. 29 members in the temples. Okay, in the in our headquarters, the Heavy Buddha temple. Mother and children meet at the Gong, a moment of both sadness and joy. I call to my filial children, let me look at you clearly. So Holy Mother meet us at the Gong. That's a temple we showed it last time, okay, before. So a moment of both sadness. Why is sadness? Because our Holy Mother worried about us for 60,000 years. So we have been reincarnating 60,000 years. Then we are stuck in this bitter seed. That's why she was so worried of all of us. But in the meantime, she is also joyous. Why? Because she saw some people are awakened. Some people are awakened. So they cultivate, like our grand predecessor, or Buddhas and saints, they cultivate. And then they try to save the sentient beings, to bring them to receive Dao, to cultivate and propagate Dao with all of us. So they bring them back. Some of them are back already, some of them are not. So she feels much better when she heard about it. She knew about it. So she called to her filial children. Let me look at you clearly. She hasn't seen us for 60,000 years. Okay, so she tried to see us. So when she talked about all this stuff in Chinese word, she was crying to say that. Okay, when we translate to English, we don't have that kind of emotion at the moment she talked about this in our temple. Everybody was crying when she saw it. She said a lot of stuff. Okay, that's what they told me. Yeah. My son, Tian, that's 18 Patriarch. And daughter, Ye Hui, that's our 18 Patriarch. Carried out the Dao propagation of the universal salvation. So our 18 Patriarch, Tian, Buddha, and then the 18 Matriarch, Yehui Bodhisattva took the order from the God, from Lao Mu, to come down this world to save all the sentient beings. So that's why their duties to carry out the Dao propagations. We are here. Could be in our previous life. We are cultivate under our holy teacher's temple or Yehui's Buddha's temple. We told them in this lifetime, we want to receive Dao. We want to help to shoulder this holy mission of universal salvation. We try to save the world, save all the spirits in this world. We don't want them to suffer. Sometimes we try to feed the hungry people. That's great thing. That's good thing to help to feed the hungry people. But we only can save their physical body for a short term. We couldn't save their spirits for long term because our spirits will not die. Okay, so we need to save the spirits, not just save the physical body only. We need to do both. Okay, so Holy Mother said, our 18th Patriarch and Matriarch try to save the world, save all the sentient beings, and take these great responsibilities and duties. Okay, to save the universe, to save all the sentient beings, to transfer this land into a pure land. That's why God is hoping we are living in a very pure land, at least in this universe. However, it's not now. So in our help, we need to do a little bit for each person to transforming this into a pure land. Holy Teacher Kim remind all of us, don't worry about other things. Sometimes we think, okay, our power, our energy is too little. We cannot help that much. Don't worry. Just do our part. Just do our job. So God, Buddha, saints, all of them, and others will feel that energy will come to help us. Not just we are not alone to do those functions, to do these missions. We need to continue the holy mission. Holy Mother continued to talk about. We need to continue this holy mission. Be unchanged. We need to continue to do it. Okay? Until the last moment of our lives without changing it. And return home on the awakened path. What is awakened path? Sometimes, from Buddha point of view, we are all unawakened. You know why? We are pursuing the material stuff, fame, power, wealth, all those stuff, which will not last forever. And we do not bring our true nature, our Buddha nature out. That's why from Buddha point of view or from Holy Mother point of view, we are some kind of, we are unawakened. Okay, so they want us to return home on awakened path. Means we need to know we have a true nature. We need to bring our true nature out. We need to use our true nature to do things every day, in charge every day. Don't be trapped in this material stuff, fame, power, wealth, all kind of stuff, because we will not own them forever. Okay. So this awakened path, we need to be in that. So that's why we receive Dao. We know we are the Buddha. We have a true nature in ourselves. So we receive Dao. Then we need to cultivate. Get rid of our bad temper, bad habit. Get rid of all the attachments, desires, sweet poisons, like greed, anger, stubbornness, and others, which our true nature doesn't have originally. Human being, we have a lot of stuff, which we need to get rid of them. Okay? Then we become saints and Buddha to go back. We need to ferry all sentient beings. We need to bring all the ferries, means we have a Dhamma boat. To bring all the sentient beings, the original soul, original spirits, and return to absolute heaven. Okay. Normal people, we talk about heaven. There's a relative heaven. There's the other absolute heaven. Okay. So if we do not receive Dao, we do so many good things. We have a lot of merits and credit. You know what? We will go to temporary heaven, but we only can stay there a few hundred years only. Then we could come down again and reborn again. But when even the saints and Buddha or temporary in the temporary heaven, they come down. They do not guarantee they will become saints and Buddha again. They will be like human beings or animals. Who knows? So the best thing is to go back to absolute heaven if we can. Okay, to receive that, we can have a chance to go back there. No matter what we have done, so many previous lives, as long as we are willing to cultivate this lifetime, willing to do good things, accumulate enough merits and virtues, we have opportunity to go back to absolute heaven. Okay, but we need to bring more loved ones with us to go back. Not just our loved ones in our family, our loved ones around us. Brothers and sisters, help each other. So our Holy Mother, the God, told us, the brothers and sisters, we are all in one. They should not be different. Help each other. But today, in the world, are we helping each other? Not always. You can see so many people are hurting. Some people are hurting some people. So that's not that's not the wish from the God, from a Holy Mother. Okay? Do not differentiate between you and I. We should be no difference. We need to help each other, treat each other, help each other. Expand the Dao mission to great height. So we need to help bring more people to receive Dao, bring more people to cultivate and propagate Dao with us, bring more people to the class with all of us to learn about this. Today, we study all these scriptures. And it's not just Dao knowledge for us to apply, or Dao principle for us to apply in our daily lives. Our true nature also it's try to all those information try to charge our true nature. So we will try to bring our true nature revealed, so our true nature can be in charge in our daily lives every day. That's very, very important for all of us. And then when we have a class, sometimes when we have a class, it's not just we are in a class. Our ancestors are also allowed to come to the class. So a lot of times when Holy Teacher negotiate with our creditors, who we owe the karmas to, the creditor of our karmas, we ask Holy Teacher, said, your disciple need to bring me to the Dharma class or bring me to the Shi Mu classes, or all different classes for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, depends on negotiation situation. So it's when we go to the class, it's not just we are in the classroom. Our ancestors are also in the classroom. Okay, don't forget about that. Okay. Brothers and sisters, take care of one another. See, all are young, senior or junior, support one another. So our Holy Mother tried to remind us, we are all brothers and sisters. We need to take care of one another. We need to help each other. We don't want to criticize or hurt anyone, hurt any brothers and sisters. We need to help each other. We are like Buddhas. We need to help each other, okay? When Buddha treat Buddha or treat saints or others, it's like with all the respect, very humble. We need to do that too. When we say something to anyone around us, we need to be able to use a soft tone, use a respect approach and attitude. Okay? We don't want to criticize and blame on people. No, more. Like our predecessors, Dao, true sage of very virtuous. You know what he never said a harsh word to any Dao member in his lifetime. He didn't say harsh words to any Dao members in his lifetime. It's very hard to do that. It's very hard to do that. Any harsh word. Okay? Dade Zhengjun, he's our role model, so our predecessor. Okay? He's the true sage of great virtue. That's the title God gave to him. So we need to support one another. We need to support each other. Okay. With this, mother's constant thinking of us in absolute heaven will be eased. We didn't know that. Our Holy Mother is thinking of us every day in absolute heaven. Okay. So if we keep doing up, we help each other, we take care of each other, we support each other, our Holy Mother will be constant thinking of us will be eased. With this, our mother will be comfort thinking about my children. So we need to comfort her. Yeah, we need to do our part to help her because she worries about all of us. She is thinking of all of us all the time. Okay. Holy Mother continued to talk about it. We need to undertake the great missions on the behalf of our Holy Teacher Qigong Buddha and the Holy Lady Teacher Shi Mu. The Holy Mission, what is Holy Mission? It's a universal salvation of three realms. It's so precious. So Holy Mother wants us to continue to assume the responsibility, the great mission duties to help our Qigong living Buddha and 18th Matriarch Shi Mu to save all the sentient beings in these three realms. Okay? Because it's very special, very precious. These three realms means absolute heaven, temporary heaven, and also the forms of this universe. May my children not fear the hardship in carrying out the Dao propagation of the universal salvation. So the Holy Mother tells us, don't be afraid. The difficulties, the sufferings, the hardships, when we're doing the Dao propagation, means we try to bring people to receive Dao. Sometimes it's not easy to convince people to receive Dao because we try to save their spirits. But people do not know that. People do not know that. So we need to be very patient. Okay? But when we go out to try to propagate Dao, bring people to receive Dao, if the person has enough affinities, they will receive Dao. But if they do not receive Dao, we are fine. Because the affinity with Buddha are not mature yet. So they need more time. But you know what? God still give us credit. Even we bring people to receive Dao, they did not receive Dao. We still get some credit. Don't worry about it. We still, as long as we do our job, we will get credit. We'll get merits from God. Okay? So just do what we have to do. Don't worry about the result. Some people will receive Dao, some people will not, depend on their affinities, depend on their karmas. Okay? That's why Buddha keep tell us, Holy Teacher keep tell us, unless the person has cultivated more than 3 lifetimes before this life, otherwise the person had no chance to receive Dao, have no chance to receive Dao. Okay? So it's not easy for the person to receive Dao in this life. No, not easy. Okay? So we need to be very patient. Yeah. Because one time we asked Holy Teacher, today it's very hard for people to receive Dao. We say all the things to convince them to receive Dao, but seems very hard to do it. You know what Holy Teacher said? When all of us try to receive Dao, is that easy or not? especially for me, it's very hard to receive Dao. Holy teacher say, you not just very hard for them to receive Dao, it's also hard for you to receive Dao, all of us. It may be some of them, but some of them very easy to receive Dao because you have a lot of affinities with Buddha. But for me, I have received Dao seems a little easier. But by the time I received Dao, I didn't go to temple for a few years, three plus years, because I did not believe. They told me you receive Dao, do good thing, we can go back to absolute heaven. I said, no way, Jose, right? In America, we always say, there's no free lunch. No free lunch. With one ceremony, we can do good things, we can receive Dao, and do good things, we can go back to absolute heaven. But you know what Buddha said? Buddha said, you have been cultivated for so many lifetimes before these lives. You're waiting for this moment when we couldn't see our previous life. So we didn't know that. So all the saints, Buddha, they try to remind us, say all of us have cultivated so many lifetimes before this life. So we have been waiting for this moment for so long. Okay? So we need to cherish the moment, cherish the opportunity to cultivate, to propagate it down, accumulate enough merits and virtues to go back. Don't let this opportunity wasted. Okay? Don't let this opportunity waste. Exit the mundane world. Become the sense of Buddha. If we keep doing that, that's what I said. If we cultivate, we receive Dao, we cultivate, we propagate Dao, bring people to receive Dao, we accumulate enough merits, credit, and virtues, and then what? We can become a Buddha or saints one day. Then we can be in the absolute heaven for 10,800 years. 10,800 years. That's Holy Teacher guarantee us. We can be there for 10,800 years. Okay, but sometimes we think 10,800 years seems very long, right? But Holy Teacher said we have been reincarnating 60,000 years. So from that number, 60,000 years, this 10,800 years is not that long. Okay, but are we able to continue to stay there in absolute heaven after 10,800 years? It's all depend on our individuals. It's all depend on our merits, credit, virtues. Okay? It's all depend on all of us individually. So we need to do, every one of us need to do our job, our part. Okay? When we go back to absolute heaven, we have different choices. Some go back to there, they make Buddha vow to come down again, like senior Jin transmitter's older sister. She went back there, and she came down again to reborn again. She wanted to help more sentient beings, so she came down to reborn. But when they came down, make a vow to come down again, they can choose which family, which area, which location they want to reborn. They can choose, they can select. But usually they will select the place, or the parents have the temple at home, family temple or public temple there. So they will make sure they can receive Dao again. However, if we came down again because our karma, because our bad karma, we don't have a choice. We don't have choice. We may not go to the place. We may go to the place. There's no Dao available. No. So we cannot receive Dao after that. So that's depend on our. If the Buddha and saints make a vow, came down, they can choose where they want to go, which family want to go. For normal people, because of karma, bad karmas, they cannot choose. Okay. So there's a big difference there, okay? The second exhortations to my children is imitate the saints and sages to cultivate our Bodhi mind, true nature, true Buddha nature. So we need to learn from the saints and sages to cultivate our Bodhi mind, to let our Buddha nature reveal. We need to learn from the saints and sages or Buddhas, okay? To learn from them. That's very important every day. Every day we need to do that. So when Holy Teacher teach us in the daily life activity, some people say, okay, I learned all those Dao principles. How do I use it? How do I do it? How do I improve my life? So Holy Teacher always tells us, first thing, get rid of our bad temper. Get rid of our bad habit, which we have accumulated for 60,000 years. Get rid of all the attachments. Get rid of all the desires. Okay, we're going to talk about 7 emotions and 6 desires later. But get rid of all attachment and desire. Get rid of all the 3 poisons: greed, anger, stubbornness, all those stuff. We need to learn how to get rid of that, especially our bad temper. Sometimes we have something come up. We couldn't control our emotion. We lost our temper. That's very critical. So once we lost the temper, we lost a lot of merits. So first thing we need to learn how to control ourselves, how to calm down ourselves, how to calm ourselves down. Anything happened in the daily life, don't lose ourselves. Calm down, calm down. Keep telling ourselves, calm down, okay? I used to live in New Jersey. So every Sunday, my friend and I have to go to New York City, go to the Happy Buddha Temple every Sunday. When we go there, or we come back, go there in the morning probably easier because not too many cars in the morning. Might take 1 hour. By the time we come back, might take 2-3 hours to come back. But you know, sometimes you drive in the New York City and people cut you off all the time. Okay, we are so tired, want to go home. Everybody want to go home quickly, but everybody cut you off. They don't give you a signal at all. They just cut you off. But you know, in the beginning, I always think this is kind of journey of the Dao journey. You know why? In the beginning, we might get emotion or upset. You know, Holy Teacher teach us. At that moment, our thinking got to think about differently. We got to think about the people who cut us in front of us might have an emergency situation in their lives. They have to go home to deal with them. Something happened to them. So we will let them go first. And we wish all the people around all of us can be home safely, can be home without any problems. So we need to have that big vow, big heart at that moment. So once you start to drive on the highway anywhere, we will be much more calm and peaceful. We wish everybody around us are very happy and they can get home quicker than us. That's fine. So we need to change our mindset every day, okay? We need to think of life differently. Okay, we don't just think about ourselves only. We need to think about others, other sentient beings. Okay, so when people cut us off in front, the car cut off in front of us, let them go. Okay, then we will be much more peace in our mind. We will not lose our emotion. So we will not see the shooting on the highway. Okay, yeah. So yesterday I just see the people roll the motorcycle, right? Roll the motorcycle, shoot the people on the street. So you know what? People lost their moment. Let them go first. We don't need to fight with them. Not worth it. All the teacher wants us to, though it's not worth it. Okay? So every day we need to remind ourselves. Okay? We need to find a way to protect ourselves. The second exhortation to my children is we need to learn from Saints of Buddha. My male cultivators must nurture their true nature, adhere to the standard and regulations. So male cultivators, okay, must make their true nature reveal and also follow the standard and regulations. Okay, so that's very, very important. All the regulation, including temple regulation, mayor had to do it. Usually you can see it. If you go to the jail or prisons, you can see more male than females because male are usually more emotional, right? So we need to control that better. Male need to control better on those areas. That's why Holy Mother talk about male. We need to follow the standard and regulation more. Female cultivator must be gentle and virtuous, like without showing, like our 18 matriarch. Okay, possessing mother's deportment. Yeah, they have a proper behavior. So usually female in better situation. Today, all the saints of Buddha or any angels, whoever want to come down to reborn, most of them, they want to reborn as a female members. Do you know why? I remember one time I went to at that time I was very new. I just received Dao. And I went to Indonesia. And I didn't know that there was a temple there. I didn't know there was a Dao temple. I have no clue, no idea at all. So I went with my colleague, went to my the temple. So my colleague wanted to go there, just take a look. So we went to the temple. We saw that. When I see the temple there, I saw one side, at least about maybe 300-400 female Dao members. But on the other side, the male Dao members, they are not many. So you can see today, there's a lot of female cultivators, more than the male cultivator today. Because Saint Buddha want to reborn as a female cultivator. The reason, because usually male cultivator, they go out in general, I'm talking about in general, okay? Especially in Asia, probably more. Male go out, do the job, business, or anything else. They have to drink, they have to smoke, they do so many other things. Female doing a little less in those areas. So male create more karma for themselves. Usually male cultivator has a problem on their eyes when they die. You know why? When male cultivator die, the eyes has damaged first in the dead body. But female cultivators, their mouth damaged first in the dead body. You know why? Because male like to watch the beautiful girls. Female likes to talk a lot. That's why we create different kind of karmas there. So we need help. We need to remind ourselves every day, be careful on that, okay? Let's finish this sentence. The children in absolute heaven follow rules and regulation. So we are the children in absolute heaven. We came from absolute heaven, okay? That's why the Holy Mother talk about children in absolute heaven. Follow rules and regulation. They always follow rule and regulation. Follow the sages worthy to cultivate and emulate their Bodhi Mind and true Buddha nature. So follow the sages and worthies to cultivate and simulate their Bodhi Mind. So we need to keep doing that, to learn from the sages and worthies to cultivate. Okay? Especially we are the Buddha reborn. We want to go back together. We want to bring the loved one. Whoever have affinity with Buddha come to go with us, to cultivate and propagate Dao with us. Let our Buddha nature reveal. So I'll stop here. If I say something improperly today, I ask for forgiveness from the God, holy teachers and masters, kindness of transmitters and lecturers, temple hosts, and all of you to give me advices. Thank you.